Hey YouTube, this is Wexdarn here, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda. In this episode we're going to be doing a lot of travelling and stuff, and we're going to be getting a couple of the items that I said were a bit expensive, simply because the route that we're taking will get us more rupees. But basically, since we're just going to be travelling and I'm going to be showing off the rupee spots, I just want to have like something to talk about with you guys, and I'm actually recording this, this is the first video I've recorded since I got back at university, and it's actually like a couple of days after like a new Legend of Zelda game got announced for the 3DS. Now if you haven't already seen my impressions video for what I think of the minute of footage, I think it's looking pretty damn good. Like, I could see that being a really enjoyable experience, and I'm really looking forward to what they actually do with it being a sequel to A Link to the Past, because like, I know the series has had sequels before, but they all came out like pretty quickly after the original. I think like the biggest gap between direct sequels was between Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, but I need to go back off screen and then come back on screen. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to what they're going to do with that game, because it's going to be pretty interesting with them doing a direct sequel to a game that came out ages ago, and I'm actually burning the wrong bush here, I think. Let's try a different bush. Let's try this one. Nope, silly game. But anyway, I'm thinking it's looking pretty good, although I'm kind of concerned with the way that they're kind of ripping off Paper Mario's thing. Like, I like Paper Mario, but I'm not sure if it's the right fit for Legend of Zelda. But anyway, that wasn't much of a secret either. It only gave us 10 rupees out of it. And hello Oxrock, you're randomly appearing with moblins now. But anyway, I'm just going to be grinding up money a little bit, but we don't need it to grind up too much. We just need to get just over 100 more rupees, really. I know that sounds like a lot, but it won't be in a second. Like, just trust me on that. And I'm guessing the moblins have actually been bribing us all this time to not tell anybody that they're, like, there. But anyway, from here on out you just want to head west for a bit, so that's all we're going to be doing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's west. Like, a lot of people actually use different combinations of words for like north, south, east, west and stuff. So they always go clockwise with it. Like, the two I've heard mostly is never eat shredded wheat and naughty elephants squirt water. But you know, that's neither here or there. Oh, I think one person I saw was like, never eat soggy Weetabix. Bit weird. But I love soggy Weetabix. Look at having a lot of milk on mine. Alright, we're almost near where we want to go, but it's just like, I like this game. I will say that. But travelling in this game, like early on, is really a pain, and overall, this game's actually my least favourite Zelda game. I'll be honest. Like, this is my least favourite Zelda game, not including the Zelda CDI games, but I'm saying not including them because I've never had the chance to play them. And who knows, I might actually enjoy them, because I kind of have a couple of unpopular opinions about this series in general, so I might actually enjoy the CDI games if I ever got the chance to play them. So right here you want to go up, then take a left. And we're actually having more rupees than I thought we might have at this point, so this is pretty good. Yeah, we got more rupees than I thought we would have by far, really. So I think we can max out the wallet if we get lucky on this drop. Like, oh, nearly maxed it out. What you want to do is tap one of these Almo statues. I know it's the top row, and I think it's the middle. I think it's the middle one. Tap you. Yeah, it's the middle one. It's got a staircase. I'm just going to take out these levers just because I want that 1 rupee to fill up my, like, wallet. But I forgot the word for wallet again. My money holdy baggy thing. Oh, I've got a heart. But anyway, go in here. It really is quite expensive. We're going to go for the blue ring. And as soon as we exit this cave, Link is now wearing white, although it could kind of be like a lilac-y colour, I guess. But anyway, thanks to the blue ring, Link's actually only going to take half the damage you would normally take. So, incredibly useful item. I'm going to say that. Let's see. Now we're going to want to stock up coins, rupees a little bit more, because loads of you might have seen like the other item that was in there was a piece of meat, basically, and although we don't need it now, we will need that piece of meat. I've gone the wrong way about this, so I need to go down here and around. I just love how powerful the white sword is. Like, see, as you can see from the, thanks to the blue ring, it didn't look like we lost any health. Like, it actually keeps track of quarter hearts, even if it doesn't display it on the screen. And if you've taken only a quarter heart of damage, then you can still shoot the sword beams. It's only if it looks like it's taken away damage that it actually counts against it. Anyway, we're going to want our blue candle out again, which was already on our button, and we want to hit right here. There we go. See, another 100 rupee bribe. So that's not bad. We're going to go over to the left, because although it isn't much, it's another little bribe right here. And to be honest, we could use as much money as we can get, so that was weird. Just didn't feel like hatching. But anyway, we've got like a fair bit of money now. Die, moblins, die! I think there's one aspect that I haven't shown off yet about this game that I probably should have done, but I will only do it if I need to. Because whilst it's a useful aspect, it's kind of I don't think I should really waste it at this point in time. Although, actually, it doesn't run out. What am I talking about? I don't know. Maybe I'll show you if I get hit enough. You want to go all the way back to where that shop was. And let's see, all the levers have respawned, so take care of a couple of them. Get out of the way. And he's really quick now. Okay, so we are going to want to take the meat. We don't need it now, and we won't need it for a couple of dungeons or so, but it's important that you have it, so you might as well take care of it now. And now there's literally one more item in the game that we can buy, and we need 20 more rupees for it. But I figured I might as well just go straight into the dungeon now, considering I don't want to just grind for rupees, and it isn't necessary, but it's the last item we can buy. So yeah, and okay, I'll show off the aspect I was talking about. Go here, and then, even though I'm healed, I'm going to show it off anyway. If you go here, this fairy will heal Link to full health. So, yeah, there's a couple of fairy ponds across the map of Hyrule, but that's the one I remember the most for whatever reason. And that's the first one I found, and I just always went there, when I was starting out, because like I said earlier, your first time through this game, you really do need some sort of guide, and that's the first one I stumbled upon myself, because I was trying to without a guide to prove that it could be done. Which, by the way, I couldn't do without a guide, so kind of proved myself wrong there, but anyway, here is our third dungeon. So take care of the Tektite outside, but now we're going inside for the third dungeon. Now this one's actually incredibly quick if you know what you're doing for it. You only have to go to certain areas and you can take care of it pretty easily. Let's see if you've got any rupees inside you, souls. I got a heart back, so I've got my sword beam back. You can see we're actually stacking up on a lot of keys already. Have 5 keys. The later dungeons aren't really going to be that big of a problem for key finding. Now, this enemy right here is probably one of the hardest enemies in the game. These are Dark Nuts. You can only, well, I could say only, but you can only not hit them from the front because you can hit them at any other side of them. I was going to say you can only hit them from behind and the sides, but then that just leaves one front anyway. But right, so Link can't face them head on, and they can only attack him by walking straight into him. Like, you might think, well, they're only taking 2 hits, so they're not too bad, but they have a variation later on that's even more powerful than them. See, the quickest path through the dungeon is this way still. So just take out the keys and... oh, well, I was hoping to get through without getting hit by the trap. More dark nuts, oh boy! I'm pretty sure you can use bombs on them, but because bombs have a bit of a delay when you drop them, they're kind of unreliable method for taking them out. So you're better off just stabbing them with your sword like you would do with most enemies. And here's a really annoying room. Look at all these dark nuts. Let's see, we need 4 more rupees to get the last item that we can buy though, so if one of you just drops a 5 rupee, that'd be great. Guess not. And if we didn't have the blue ring, this room would be incredibly deadly. So I'm glad we picked up the blue ring. And also, considering the price of the blue ring, you can see why I didn't get it right at the start of the game. I mean, it's in that store right at the start, but I didn't get it just because of the price of it. So right. I was doing terrible fighting them then, I've got to admit. So here we have more keys in this room. We're going to be throwing our boomerang around because that's like the best way of dealing with them, in my opinion. Let's see, so just one more thing, and we can't pick up other items with our boomerang. We can pick up stuff like rupees and hearts, but we can't pick up items like the raft. So yeah, Link now has some logs that he can use to float along the water, but he can only get on it at certain points. Like very specific points. So yeah, you might wonder what's the point of having it, but it's needed to get into like a later dungeon, so that's why you nab it now. Right, I think what we want to do is head right. See, dark nuts haven't respawned, so that's a bit of a treat. Let's see, bomb this wall. I think we can. Yeah, you can. I've only got 3 hearts, so I really don't want to get taken out by the dark nuts. Still doing terrible at fighting them, but as you can see, like, they take off half a heart now, which means they would have taken off a full heart earlier. So I would have been dead, like, pretty quickly here. But stopwatch is especially good with dark nuts in the room. Just go around taking them out and it's so satisfying. So you want to go up here. And you can probably hear the boss's cry already, so we're pretty close. Because we grabbed the compass earlier, you can actually see where the Triforce is. So anyway, we combine that with our map, and you can see that the boss must be in the next room. But like, I just want to take a second to talk about the map here. Obviously in like the bottom left it looks like a swastika, but in actual fact it's not. It's actually a flip of a swastika and it's called a manji, which is why this is the manji dungeon. And it has a completely different meaning in like Japan, so it's not supposed to be a swastika or anything Nazi-like or anything, so yeah, it's just like a shame that Western culture kind of has that as its main idea when they see that, because it's not intended like that at all. Right, through here into the boss room, and this is like the boss with my personal favourite name in this game. This is Manhandla, like spelt with an A on the end of it. Right, what you have to do basically is bomb him and make him lose all of his heads. But I'm just going to drink a potion. Like, we don't want to get manhandled by Manhandla. But if you're incredibly accurate with your bombs, you can actually beat him in 1 hit, so... Well, accurate or lucky with your bombs, it's your choice what you want to call it, but... Bombs are kind of unreliable due to their delay, but... Just come over here, I've run out of bombs already, okay? and our magical shield has stopped blocking the fireballs, so like I can damage him with my sword, but it's not one hit like the bombs were. No, we've actually started our second row of hearts now, so that's pretty good. I think I'm right in saying that this is the only Zelda game where the second row begins above your current row rather than below it. Because I know in all the... I say I know, but I'm pretty sure in all the other Zelda games it begins like below your current row of hearts. Now, I want to take out this guy again, just because he's kind of annoying, and we need 2 more rupees. Alright, so here we go, to see if we can find the last 2 rupees that we want. Moblins normally drop them. Come on. Well, in fact, most enemies normally drop them, but I'm just getting unlucky with drops. Oh, okay. We need 1 more rupee, and we can probably pick it up on the way to the store. Because the store is quite close by. It's actually closer by than the one that we use for the meat and for the arrow. No, and for the ring. Because I think I just slipped up and told you what we're buying. Oh dear. They wouldn't have been spoiled like 30 seconds later. Right, like we'll just fall into this hole right here. Okay, now we're going to buy some arrows. So you get out of here. And our bow has actually become bow and arrows now. The only problem with this is that we can't actually fire until we have more rupees. Because your arrow will actually use up 1 rupee every time it's shot. So yeah, that's kind of a downside of the bow and arrow, but it's probably the best and most reliable ranged weapon in the game. And considering your rupees aren't used for much else now, and you'll also notice that our potion, where the potion was, we've got a letter, so we can actually buy another potion. But for now, it's just a letter again, and we can't use it for healing. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing. So, I will say that the bow and arrow is that if it's not the most reliable weapon, it's at least more powerful than your boomerang for taking shots. Right, I said that the raft can only be rode from certain areas. This is one of those areas. Straight up, and it takes us to the 4th dungeon. Let's see, we'll take out this pea hat before we go inside. Yeah, I think this is actually turning out to be a pretty long video in general, to be honest. Yeah, we're getting up for like 20 minutes and we still have to go in our 2nd dungeon, and I will not go in without taking out this pea hat. So, just doesn't want to land. Jeez. Alright, I'll go in. Alright, so go over here to start with. As usual, going to one of the side dungeons rather than getting right into it. Going into one of the side doors, not side dungeons. But I just like to trip over myself in commentary, don't I? Oh, no luck hitting them with the boomerang. There we go. Got another key because we needed more. So, go through the door. And we're about to be exposed to a new enemy. Straight through here, we have Vires. Now, Vires are kind of unique enemies, in a way. I know, like, we've already seen, like, the blob enemies that turn into 2 when you... In fact, you're not even seeing them turn into 2, like, the big forms of the blob, when you hit them normally, they turn into 2 tinier blobs. But because of the white sword, it just takes them in 1 hit. Vires, if you hit them, they split into 2 red keys. Now, personally, I love the little sprite of the Vire because I think it looks really nice and cute and stuff. And also, this is like the first practical application outside of burning bushes for your candle. Actually, light up a dark room. But anyway, Vires actually look really cute and stuff in their sprite because it looks like they've got like a nice little smile on them and stuff. But their official artwork for this game is pretty damn terrifying. I mean, just look at this. That is pretty terrifying in my opinion. Like, if I was Link, I'd be having a bit of a nightmare, but I don't know. we got the compass from that room, so you can sort of see like in the top right is where we need to head for the Triforce piece. So you got another key. I might want to rupee grind just a little bit, just to get my potion back. In fact, I might do that in between this and the next video that I do. So, yeah, another dark room, so another usage of our candle as an actual candle rather than a flamethrower to take down bushes. I think I was stuck there, like, stuck in the block. I couldn't move out of it. By the way, this is the only way you will get red keys to appear in this game. Like, in later games, red keys are pretty common because keys can fly through fire, set themselves on fire, and feel no pain from it. So you'll see red keys in some situations later on. But right now, that's the only thing, and that's the only way to see them. And these are actually the blobs that split into two if you hit them with something weaker. I think I can show it off with the bow and arrow. So. No, that kills them in one as well. I told you it's one of the more reliable weapons in this game. Well, more reliable long-range weapons. So it's better than your boomerang for killing things. So you know, I haven't actually lit up this room intentionally. I promise you it's intentional, because you can see Link can't go that way. And that is because there is water in the way, and the item that we're actually getting from this dungeon will actually help us cross little waterways like that. And I think it's really ironic that they give it to us in this dungeon, because this dungeon is the way that teaches you the most logical and practical usage for a candle, light up a dark room. But it's also what teaches you one of the weirdest, like, illogical ways to use the item that we're actually getting here. Or at least I would never think to, like, if I had this item in real life, I would never think to use it that way. But anyway, it's pretty close now. These enemies right here are called light likes. If they grab Link and they eat him, you've got a very small time frame to escape from him, and if you don't escape from him in that time frame, he will eat your shield, and you will be back to the small one that you started with. You'll have to grind up rupees again in order to be able to buy the magical shield to get it back. I say there's a very small time frame, because if you do keep mashing buttons and get out of there, then there's absolutely no repercussions for yourself for getting eaten by Light Like. Also, it's a very weird name, Light Like. So, alright, so here we have the step ladder. This is the item that we will be using in probably the most illogical way. Because step ladders, generally, you'd think to use them to get something that's a bit higher than you are. Like if you need to reach for something, you'd use a step ladder. No, Link just walks over water with them. It's brilliant. Although, I will say there's one kind of bad thing about the step ladder in my opinion, and we just went through a kind of pointless door. We just wasted a key, actually. Which is a shame, because now we only have 5 left. Because the step ladder can only go one way, and if you're on the step ladder, you can only leave it in the direction you got on it, or the opposite direction of where you got on it. So I can't go left or right now. So yeah, like the best way I can show what I mean is right here, where you can go straight down, but you'd think you'd be able to go to the left, but you can't. Even if there is land there, you can't go to your left. Which is kind of stupid, but it's just how it works. Light up this room. Also, you don't have to equip the step ladder if you, like, you eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed already, but you don't need to equip the step ladder to get across. And right in this room, we have Manhandler again. We're still out of bombs, actually. I don't think it's as tough as... it might be the same as the manhandler from the last boss fight, but I don't think it's as tough. But anyway, walk into the waterfall. Okay, strange man. I'll actually show you what he's talking about later, but for right now we're still finishing off this dungeon, so... just want to get across. There's something I really want to show off here, but you need bombs to do it, and I'm not getting lucky with finding any bombs. So I really want to show it off. Also, it might be more effective if I found the map as well, which I don't seem to have acquired yet. In fact, the map was in the room that I kind of wasted the key for, but I couldn't reach it because you need to be on the outside. This second dungeon's turned out perfectly well, isn't it? We've only got 2 hearts left, we're nearly at the boss. Could one of you please just drop a fairy, or some bombs, or something? Oh, you know, even if one of you somehow is carrying a potion, that'd be great. Because I think that I might be coming up for my first death. So you push one of these blocks, and of course the door opens. And here we have our boss fight with Gleeok. Gleeok is a 2-headed dragon, and his weak point is his heads. That's basically all there is to it, apart from the fact that if you hit the one head in particular enough, it will start flying around the room, and you have to watch out for that. But once Gleeok has lost all of his heads, he will die, but we've just died anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to quickly cut back to Gleeok. Okay guys, welcome back. Instead of going to fight Gleeok and cutting to that, I'm instead back in Manhandler's room, and I've got some bombs this time. Now the little secret that I wanted to show off is if you bomb this wall right here, and go inside, you'll actually find a secret room that's full of rupees. Now there's only 10 rupees in here, but what's also useful is the fact that you can bomb all the other walls, and it creates like a little shortcut between multiple different rooms. See, so down here you can actually get this map, and that actually tells you that this room is not supposed to be here. It's just a little secret blip on the map. So it's kind of cool that they threw like little hidden rooms like this in there, and if you find any, generally they do have rupees inside them. So if nothing else, that's one good reason to seek them out. But you shouldn't go bombing every single wall you can find, because bombs are actually pretty rare at times, and you can only hold 4 of them. Oh, I said the wrong number again, you can only hold 8 of them. So you might not be able to bomb every wall that you see. So well, now we're actually going to fight Gleeok after I explained the secret rooms. And I'm wondering if my bow and arrow could be an effective weapon against him. But that doesn't seem to do anything. Even if his body doesn't flash, there's a little sound blip that plays every time that you successfully hit a boss. So, like, their bodies generally flicker when they get damaged, but as long as you hear a little sound clip, then they are getting hurt, and that's one way that you can tell. So anyway, we've got our next piece of the Triforce. So that's half of the Triforce of Wisdom completed now, because we've got 4 pieces, and yeah. That's it for this video. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and join us next time where we're going to be going for 2 more pieces of the Triforce, as well as getting a couple of secrets hidden around Hyrule. I'll see you then.